Have you ever wanted to call your database but are a little bit intimidated because maybe you stopped following up with them after the close? Well, today I'm talking to Merrill Jencks, a top agent here in the Phoenix metro area, and he's going to share with us some of the tips and tricks that he used to overcome that fear.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, you were trying to get me to call my past clients and touch base with them. And I was really embarrassed to call because I hadn't called them in years. In some cases, I hadn't even really called them basically since they closed on the house. And I just felt so awkward and self-conscious of I just don't really feel comfortable calling these people because they surely feel like I just sold them a house and ditched them, and they probably hate me now, and they probably have all sorts of problems with their house. And how your drunk monkey starts telling you all these stories in your head. And I just built up this huge story in my head about why they didn't want to hear from me and why I shouldn't call them and why it was a waste of my time and why, just all of that stuff.
Yeah, the things that I'm sure you've never thought, right? I mean, I only talk to agents every single day that deal with this. So Merrill,
yeah.
I was harping you, essentially. I'm like, you need to do this. I wasn't even his coach, but I was like, you need to do this. Mm-hmm. So what were some of the strategies you used to get over that fear?
Well, I heard a script that just really resonated with me. Certain scripts that you hear and just I would never say it that way, at least, But this script, I don't know, it really came natural to me. And basically what it is you call, and instead of ignoring the elephant in the room, instead of just acting like you've been friends for 3 years, even though you haven't spoken the whole time, you just get it right out there. And so I just said, hey, Susan, I'm just really sorry that I have not called you for 3 years. And, I value our relationship and I need to do better. And I have got a big goal to do a better job of staying in touch with my past clients this year. And in every case, not one client that I spoke to hated me or had all sorts of problems with their house and all those stories that I had in my head. They were all excited to hear from me and they were like, oh, how are you? And we just started chatting again, like no time had lapsed at all. But for me, that script resonated with me, just leading with that apology, saying that I was sorry and that I expected more of myself and that I was going to do better in the future and that I really wanted to stay in touch with them in a meaningful way. And at that time, I was collecting their birthdays so that we could start sending birthday cards. And ever since that time, now it's easy to stay in touch with our past clients because we send them all birthday cards, home anniversary cards, Christmas cards, 4th of July cards. And I'm essentially at the point in my business where I only work by referral. It's pretty rare for me to work with a client that was not referred or a past client. So it has absolutely transformed my business. And that script was a huge pivotal point for us.
Yeah, so as you can see, he didn't die when he made the call.
I did not die.
So he didn't die when he made the call, but most importantly, fast forward 7 years and he's primarily working past client repeat and referral. And even though he had to get over that hump of maybe 3 years of not, being in touch, in every case in point, the client was, happy to talk with him. So here's my challenge to you. If you're afraid to make those calls, try the script that Merrill used. Just own up the fact that you were a little unorganized and you didn't follow up and that you were busy and that you want to do better and you want to make meaningful relationships and have meaningful conversations and connections. So call your database.